WhiskyJason here, Whisky here, WhiskyJason at the Whisky Live Dublin 2024 together with
Jack from the Celtic Whisky Auction.
Now, Jack, tell me a little bit about the Celtic Whisky Auction. I know other auction sites. I don't even think I've ever bought something here, so tell us a little bit about this.
Well, we can change that. We have a cask auction this weekend, so we can change that if you'd like.
Yeah.
But the Celtic Whisky Auction was set up in 2019. We used to buy bottles direct from customers back in the day.
Okay.
People still come in asking for that, but since we've moved on to the auctions, it's been going quite well. I started 3 years ago, back in April, so I'm here 3 years and a month, it's been good fun. We've seen some amazing whiskies over that time as well. I've gotten stuff from the 1920s. I mean, I've a Chapter 2 silent distillery in this month's auction, so there's some amazing stuff's come through, and it's great to see.
Now, how many bottles would you have in a normal auction? Is it every month?
Yeah, It's a monthly auction. We've grown a bit since. I mean, we still have 100 to 200 bottles a month. We've gone up as sort of 500 and 550, 600. Yep. We're one of the few auctions that gets casks in. So, I said, this, I haven't seen casks on other sites. I won't claim that they don't do them in Ireland. I'm sure they do. The other sites will definitely prove me wrong in that statement now that I've said it.
I'm sure.
But I think we're one of the...
good idea. Let's do that as well.
We've done quite a few casks, which has been a bit more unique to us.
All right, very good. Tell us a little bit about the commission. Who pays? Is it buyers, is it sellers, both? How does that work?
Both. We've done it the same as sort of the other auctions. We learn and it's a 10% buyer's commission. Which is kind of standard, and then 5% sellers. Okay. That drops to 3.5% if you go above $2,000. So it's good to have high value bottles, and then it's just sort of an entry, €5 entry fee as well, and that's kind of it. That's again kind of a standard enough. There's small changes, but normal enough across.
Now let's talk about international shipping. I know exactly.
We can get to you in Germany, don't worry.
Okay,
so you don't need
to get to?
We can get to pretty much so obviously pretty much all of Europe, never need to worry about that. We can get to a good lot of the United States. The United States is 50 countries pretending to be one, so they make it a little bit difficult.
At least with liquor, that's true.
Canada is an absolute nightmare. We regularly try, but nonetheless difficult. We've shipped to Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, all over the world, and there's never, touch wood, never been issues.
On the top of your head, what would it cost to send the package over to Germany? First bottle, then every bottle additional?
So the first bottle, I think, is 25 or 30 euro. Yep. And then after that, it goes up kind of like the second bottle is, the two bottles together is like 40, 45 and so on, The first bottle is expensive. Same with the US. I think the first bottle to the US is like 80, but then it drops to like 102 for the second. So it makes it, buy a good few bottles, it works out better.
It works out better.
Yeah.
So I learned that very quickly. My very first auction with Ireland was I bought one single bottle for 22 euros and paid 35 euros on postage. And then I had to pay customs on top of that. It was just like, okay, I was a burn. I burnt my fingers on that.
You learn worse.
What's the site? How can I find you? www.
Celtic Whisky Auction. You might be able to see
One
it
word,
just there.
One word,
all one word. CelticWhiskyAuction.com. Instagram is the same, Celtic Whisky Auction. Celtic Whisky Shop is the sort of main one. We're based on Dawson Street, 2728 Dawson Street. Be sure to call in if you have a couple of bottles and you want to drop them in. We also, you can post them to us.
Internationally.
I've actually gotten bottles posted from Germany a couple of times. So we've gotten stuff from France, the Netherlands. If it's really, really high value though, I would recommend using it as an excuse to come as a tourist to Dublin because, there's a small risk in shipping with everything. No matter who you are, there's a small risk in shipping. We package them as best we can, but...
Well, to be honest, there's a small risk putting in my luggage as well, because I can't do a carry-on either.
Yeah.
And so there's always that risk.
There's always that risk, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But
Very, very good. So, let's go over this thing. I'm going to ask you a question. You might have an opinion, you might not. Everywhere I'm going to ask today about water. Okay, I know about barley, I know about wood. In America, we say hard water. Limestone water makes the best whiskey. In Scotland, they say soft water makes the best whiskey. What makes the best Irish whiskey and why? Would you assume?
I would. I don't pretend to know enough about the ins and outs of water. I think we're very lucky in Ireland. We have some of the purest water in the world. I mean, even the drinks, the water sponsor for the event, Ballygown, you know, they'll tell you alone. I would presume soft water. I mean, I'm not going to go with the Scottish. They learned from us, so maybe we gave it to them first.
That's the way to say it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whiskey Jason here together with
Jack Simpson, Celtic Whiskey Auction.
Thank you.
Thanks.